Good morning. It is really early, as you can tell, on day 4 of the BVRT. We slept pretty well last night considering this is a pretty dodgy looking camping spot. We woke up this morning to see our bikes are still there. Really stoked about that. It is a beautiful spot this early in the morning, I've got to admit. The mountains behind us. Chris is still asleep, just waiting for her to wake up. We have a bit over 20 kilometres to go today, and then we are all done. Because we're packing up for the last night, we thought we'd show you around our tent and what we've got going on inside. Obviously we want to pack as light as possible, so it's not very luxurious, but it means we do get a decent night's sleep. First of all, we've got the MacPack Duo-Light tent, which has served us so well, except for the other night in Linville when there was too much rain for any tent to hold up.
Morning!
Morning! Chris is just packing up the MacPack inflatable pillow, which are not bad. They're not as comfy as your regular pillow, but they're okay. We have the Cedar Summit ultralights. Chris has just let the air out of them. These are amazing. These are very good. They're only like this thin inflated, yet it feels like you're on an actual bed. So when you've had a tough day of sporting, etc., or even just when we're camping, so luxurious feeling. Up until recently I had the Ether Light. Is that what it was called? The Ether? Can't remember now, but it was like the premium version of these, and it died, I reckon, after maybe 6 camping uses, and it sort of busted in the seams, so it wasn't even like I was puncturing it and treating it wrong. It was just an error. It could have been a fault just with that one, but it made me just not want to have one of those anymore and moved on to the ultralight. The poor little base of our tent's getting some patches in it now after the other night in Linville with the storm and having to move it very quickly. So our sad little tent floor is getting a bit patchy now. We also use MacPack sleeping bags, the Overland version, and we pop them into these dry bags, which is very handy, and that really saved us the other day when we hadn't unpacked our sleeping bags yet. They were in our dry bag when the storm hit, and so that meant all our bedding was nice and dry, so we could use that. Wasn't so important this trip, but if it had been a very cold trip, it would have been a different story.
Ready to go?
Ready to roll.
Day 3.
So
Day 4?
Day 4. This tent will just pack down. It packs it down into quite a small little bag and another little separate bag for the tent pole. Here's proof. Duct tape fixes everything. How you doing there, Chris?
Good. Sad my lovely pink shoes are done. No one's laughing now. What a laughing shoes. I think if the whole sole comes off, we're in a spot of trouble.
Yeah, because I've got to remind you guys, these are the shoes that you clip in with. That's another technical cycling term I've learnt so far. What are they called?
Clipless.
Oh, there you go.
Even though they've got clips on them.
Oh, jeepers. Oh yeah, see that bit clips in. So if the sole's buggered, then we're buggered. Ooh, Chris, you're looking very snazzy there. Great shoes. Where'd you get them from? We've made it to Fernvale. It's only about 2 kilometres away from where we're camping for the night. They have rest stop facilities here and quite a famous bakery which is behind me here. I'm surprised it's still open because I don't know, we have run out of all electronic devices except for this one at this point, so I'm guessing it's about 6 a.m. Could be wrong, but I love when you see a country bakery and they advertise, I don't know if you can see from here, absolutely everything that they make. Coffee, cakes, sandwiches, burgers, coffee, burgers, fish and chips, bread, cakes, pies, sandwiches and coffee. Leaving Fernvale on our last little stint of our last day. Whoop whoop. How you feeling, Chris?
Feeling good.
How are the vibes? Vibes high?
Very high.
So before we got to Fernvale, we saw a total of 7 cyclists and 1 walker this whole entire track. But Fernvale must be a lot more popular because it's being used quite a lot, so it's really cool to see. Maybe it's because it's cooled off this morning and everyone's a bit smarter to wait until it's cooled off to come out and do it. It's also the weekend as well. More bikes coming in, very good. Love it, love seeing it getting used. Morning. Oh, I love the smooth pavement too. Quite nice on my behind. Move. Thanks, Dane. Going round, it's okay. Love what you do, thank you. There. You can almost taste it on the tippy toppy of my tongue. What do you reckon, Chris? I think we're even on bitumen of some sort almost. Yeah! Let's go! I obviously don't know anything about bikes, but I'm pretty sure Chris's doodad that goes into the Who's It is on its last legs, just like her duct tape shoes. We'll have to invest in some gear when we get home. Christine! Chris just yelled out, "Look around, we made it!" So I quickly turned the camera on and we realised it's not. It's the station before. Brassel. No, not Brassel. Murley. But the good news is Walker-Rack is 5k away. And we're on some smooth pavement for a minute. Oh! Starting to get into a bit of civilization now, so we mustn't be too far away, and there's pavement for the whole time since we've been from that last station, so props to whoever is in charge of this section. It's amazing. about a minute too soon for Zoe's Down Under, that's for sure. Well, this snuck up on us. We made it. We thought we had another 2 kilometres to go. How are you feeling, Chris? Good. We did it. Oh, the enthusiasm from Chris. Woo-hoo. Look at this. Wokaraka. Finished. Woo! Can we get a photo at the sign? So there you have it. We finished the Brisbane Valley Rail Trail. It was a good time. It was hard. It was much harder than I anticipated it was going to be. But that could be that's because it was my first foray into cycle touring and getting used to panniers and stuff. We've done overnight cycles before, but we were lucky enough to be in New Zealand, and Chris's mum was like our support team, making us lunch and carrying all our stuff in their RV. So this was a whole different ball game. Carrying all that extra weight definitely makes it trickier. And mid 30 degrees every day didn't help as well. But other than that, it was fun. The downhill bits were fun. The camping was fun. The pubs were fun. Full credit to BVRT team because the trails are amazing and we need more of them in Queensland, I think, or in Australia in general. It's really good work what they're doing, getting people out and about. This last section we were on had all ages of people running, cycling, and heaps of people too, just getting in there. So yeah, it was really nice. Alright, we've just driven 2 hours to get to where we were 4 days ago. Hooray! And we're just about to see if the Mini is intact. If so, it's been a very successful trip. Now we're in some aircon, we're having a good time, got some tunes pumping. If we find the Mini, I think it's going to be some happy days. Then it's home time. What do you think the chances are?
Ah, there are good chances.
Oh, I see it!
See them.
Oh, hallelujah! We've had a successful trip. Good one! Now it's off for lunch and home.